Hi, I'm Redball, and today I'm going to be showing you, mostly me, because I've never done this before. I am making a mold of this helmet, and I'm going to see how difficult this is. Pretty sure it's going to be as difficult as making this. So, I don't think this is a tutorial. Yes, you know what? It is a tutorial. If I am successful, then learn from me, kids. But if I'm not, then disregard this video and save your money. Because, yeah, I didn't do something right. um, I have all the supplies. I just got most of it in the mail. Um, should probably show that. That would probably help you. Um, kind of just put it all away, not thinking that I was going to take it out again. So, yeah, let's get started. Alright, I got all my stuff out, and let's see what I have, and hopefully I'm not missing anything. And if I am, I'll be sure to make note of that. Alright, so, I went up to the store. I got some brushes that are completely out of focus. There we go. I found these. These are for glue and stuff. I figured these were a little bit cheaper. They, I think they're meant for, like, what is that stuff called? Oh, well, whatever. I got those. Those will work, hopefully. Got a bunch of these so I can stir everything up. Cups, hopefully I have enough. If not, well, go in the store again. And right here, main event. Dragon skin medium. Hopefully this won't take as long as I'm hoping it will. But I'm shooting for like a 2-day kind of a build, I guess. The pot life is 20 minutes. The fast version is only 8 minutes. And I didn't want to risk it, so I just went with medium. I figured if it takes me longer to get everything cured, that's fine, as long as I have it all figured out the first time instead of wasting silicone. On that note, I got thinner so I can put the first coat on and capture all the detail of the helmet, and hopefully not waste any. I'm just thinking that the first coat will be the most important one. Well, obviously the first coat's going to be the most important one because that's capturing all the hard work that I put into it. I also got thickener for the coats afterwards, so I can put everything on a lot easier and not have to worry about everything being thin, and I can just start throwing it on and building the thickness I need for the actual mold. And once that's done, I went ahead and, since I was spending a bunch of money anyway, I got the plastic that I've used. I use Smoothcast 320, obviously, and I got my entire reach suit out of it, basically, and a few extra helmets. It cures pretty quickly. It's pretty strong. It's a lot easier to work with than fiberglass. I I would spend the extra money to not have to deal with fiberglass. The fumes alone just from that are just awful. This isn't as bad. This really isn't something that's gonna really suck working with. It is messy. It's really messy. I usually work outside, but seeing as it's winter time and it's not exactly the most ideal time to work with this, but I'm going to see how far I can get and what I need to do to actually make the mold this time of year. I got this, the silicone brush. I'm hoping that I can apply the dragon skin in the later stages and not have to waste brushes. I was gonna spend the extra money on a lot of like those just cheap painter brushes that are like $1, and they're the real kind of iffy quality ones, but they're disposable, I guess. So I want to see if this works. That's great, because then, I mean, I'm not applying batches all at once right after another. I have to wait a certain amount of time for everything to cure, but hopefully that works out. And if it does, then congratulations, I just saved you a bunch of money on brushes if you want to do this as well. Alright. Helmet. Perk 6. I based it off the breach style, so I've cut some of the stuff. I like the black brim. It's probably my favorite. Okay, I don't want to turn the video mid-record. I just got a gold visor. I made the little light things. Oh, actually, they're not lights. They're just like those little plastic or glass marbles. And I just painted reflected paint on the opposite side. Made the vents out of foam and electrical tape, and then just put those together. I need to go back in. I bought sticky tack because I have gaps. You probably see it a little bit there and there where the visor doesn't really match up perfectly. So I'm going to fill that in with sticky tack, and at least once it's done, I can take it out and not have to worry about it. Yeah. So this should be fun. Once I get this all set up, I will start recording again, which will be now for you once I edit it. Alright, stage 1. Okay, so far, pretty much everything's set up. Filled in all the gaps with silly putty. Put in some of the spots where the brick burners are. Pretty much just sealed it. So once I actually go in and put the first coat on, I won't have any weird bubbles or anything like that. Yeah, now it's time to start the actual measuring process and filling up the cups, mixing that, and then putting on the first coat, and hopefully that goes well. I'm really hoping it cures a lot quicker than I'm going off of based on what they say, so find out. Woohoo! Alright, 2.5 hours later, and we have the first layer. Oh yeah. I'm glad that I got the dragon skin medium with the 20-minute pot life, or I would have wasted way too much silicone. It wasn't as difficult as I thought it was. I wasted a tiny bit of silicone, but nothing major that I'm getting upset about or anything. Yeah, it came out pretty good. It took longer to cure than I thought. But to put the second layer on, I'm gonna make it a little bit thicker. Pretty sure I didn't miss any major parts. I missed a tiny little spot back here, like right around here. But yeah, this stuff, it's actually pretty darn strong. This is relatively thin, and I had to really really force it to break. So that's good. Glad I got this as well. Yeah, hopefully once I start getting the thicker layers, this will go a little bit quicker. Even though I know they're going to take longer to cure just because of the thickness. But it's late, so I could probably do a decent layer, go to bed, and start again in the morning. So that's where I'm at. Pretty excited. Gonna make some copies. Oh yeah. Alright, day 2, layer 2. Went on pretty easy. Getting there. Thickness is a little bit better. I think you can tell by looking at it that it's got a little more silicone than before. Time to make this layer 3. Layer 3. Layer 4. Layer 5. What? How did it get? What? Wait a minute. What happened to my ice cubes? Oh no, they're all like soft and squishy. These aren't gonna make my drinks cold at all. This is garbage. Garbage, 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 squishy, squishy garbage. Actually, no. These are keys. I'm going to use these on the actual mold as little anchor points for the actual fiberglass casing that I'm going to put over it. I made about 12 of these. I'm going to have them spaced apart on different places and on each side of the helmet. So when I make the fiberglass casing, these will be anchor points where it'll sit, and so when I take off the hard case, I can put it back on and everything lines up, and that way nothing is shifted or wonky, so each cast will come out exactly how it should. I'm going to take these, I'm going to have them kind of linked like this, so when I take the mold and I undo the silicone from the cast, I can roll this up, and the way that these will be sitting is that they'll just kind of like fold in up on each other. So when I'm rolling it, it'll be a little bit smoother, and that's another major benefit to the dragon skin. It's really, really tough. Like I was playing around with these little guys, and they yeah, these are pretty tough. Even this thin, goopy stuff is pretty. Well, that completely invalidated my point. Xavier, got that? Uh, you know what? They're coming off because I cut this because I had to flip over the entire mold so I can get some of this underneath part, because the way that the silicone wasn't thick enough and it was just kind of dripping, so I decided to cut it off and flip it over so I can get some of the areas that I was kind of missing just because of the way the silicone was setting. So yeah, anyway, this stuff, it's just pretty tough. Come on. Actually, you know what? That proves my point. This stuff is pretty cool. That's also one of the reasons I got the dragon skin, just because of that. And now that I know even the thin stuff is pretty strong, I'm pretty confident about actually not having this screw up in the end, which is good because this was not cheap to do this, but in the end, it's worth it. I'm pretty happy with it so far. Um, it's going. I like it. Um, this is layer 5. I've got probably 3 or 4 coats left with the amount of silicone I have, so that should be something. Yep. Almost there. I want to say I probably have another day's amount of work with just the silicone, making sure all the gaps are filled in, everything's airtight, and then I will move on to the actual casing, and then from there I can actually start making casts from this, and that's gonna be fun. I'm pretty excited about that. I mean, this has taken 3 days so far, and I'm glad I got the slow setting stuff, even though it's taken me this long. It's well worth it. So, all right, another layer to go, and then another one, and layer 6, layer 7, layer 8. Day 52. The silicone. It's slowly taking over my life. I don't know what to do. It's just so darn squishy. Okay, so 8 layers later, pretty much 2 3/4 of a can, or actually 2 3/4 of the kits of silicone, and I've got a pretty dense layer on here. I'm pretty sure this isn't tearing anytime soon. I inserted the keys. I put a couple layers around them so that they're on there pretty good. Right now, everything is cured. I did the last layer yesterday, and so as of right now, I am in the stage where I need to start making the actual divider for each side of the final hard case that goes over this. What I'm going to do for this is I'm going to make like a mohawk out of like cardstock and cardboard. So it's split in half. So the mold will just be in 2 pieces, or the fiberglass mold will be in 2 pieces. And then I will have that set up. It doesn't stop. It's everywhere. It, yeah, this has been fun, time consuming, took way longer than I thought, but then again, I only really applied 2 layers each day. I probably could have done more, but I was not home all the time, so took, let's see, started Thursday, today's Monday, got this completely ready to go. So silicone stage is finished, which is good, because then I can start actually taking this out of here and getting rid of this giant mess. Yes, silicone mold, I labeled it, so I didn't forget. Now I can actually start cleaning up my room and not having this take up the entire floor. So that's a plus. This is It's taking over. I can feel the silicone coursing through my veins. I don't know what to do. This, if you find this, I know it's too late for me. The silicone is taking over. Rest in peace, me.